I'm short words because I've heard so many interesting things about me. Like I'm like, is this about me? Thank you so much for coming to my event. I mean, it means a lot to me. I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm seeing, my friends. I mean, I'm really, really grateful. I'm really, really grateful. Um, hey, I spotted the stroke. One evening, I was just thinking about it. Like, how can I impact more? I mean, there is a reason why I survived a stroke, right? This must be the reason. If I'm not, if one day, if I'm not trying to inspire somebody, if I'm not trying to talk about stroke, I feel, can I say not alive, right? And this idea came to me, right? And this idea is not just this book launch is not just the end, right? This is not the end because after this book launch, after the book is out, right? I remember everything that I was taught in primary school. So why not teach children? Because some children they have with their parents, they have a stroke in their front, like in their presence. And what do the children do? They just start crying or shock. They don't know what's going on. But this, I want to educate children how to spot a stroke, how to take care of, what's called the people that have stroke, either their mom or dad, grandpa, grandma, or their cousins. So this is why this book is available. And this is just the beginning. I mean, I'm sure, yes, in my mind, my head, I'll still come with another, yeah, I mean, like, we're ready. I was not like, really, it's coming, it's running in my head. I'm like, okay, after this is what I'm doing for children. This is what you know how my brain is always working. Like the only time that is not working is when I'm asleep. Right? So thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate all of you. And I mean, some of you, I thought you would not even make it. I mean, see, look at Duma. I didn't know that you would make it, but you did to support me, my cousin. I mean, thank you so much. I think this is where I stop talking for now because I'll be back.
All right, please can we put our hands together once again for Queen Anna? Like she rightly said, the only time our brain is not working is when she's asleep. That's why in this book launch now, I'm sure she's already thinking, okay, what's the next book? What's the next project? What can we do for Main Foundation? That's the end of the timer. But please let's give her a resounding applause once more. All right, so she's spoken a bit about the book, and it's beautiful for her to think about what the next generation can do about spotting a stroke, how to give care and attention to someone who is suffering a stroke at the moment, what to do rather than just stay and panic and cry. Such a brilliant one. So from this book, there is a page called the author's thoughts, right? Oh, author's notes, okay. And to be taking us in that, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Ms. Bethel Esama.
Hi everyone. Yeah, just writing off Anna's book. I'm just here to do author's notes just to give us a preamble of what this book is about. This book is suitable for kids for age 4 to 9. So this is for parents and teachers. Dear parents and teachers for Mrs. Emonena Afara. We're excited to introduce you to Hey, I Spotted Stories for Great Minds by Emonena. There's a question now. Oh my god. This captivating book takes young readers to a journey through the lives of and mental and their families as they encounter and navigate the challenges of stroke. Through relatable stories, engaging activities, children learn about the science of stroke and the importance of action. From Tutu's quick thinking in recognizing her mother's symptoms, Paddy's determination to support his grandfather's story highlights the bravery and resilience of young minds in times of crisis. Accompanied by colorful illustrations, the book also educates children about healthy lifestyle choices to prevent stroke, making it a valuable resource for both home and classroom settings. Activities throughout the book encourages interactive learning and reinforce key lessons, fostering critical thinking and empathy in young readers. Here I spotted the stroke is not just a book. It's a tool for empowerment, awareness by equipping children with knowledge and compassion. It can inspire a generation of proactive individuals who are ready to make a difference in their families. We invite you today to embark on this enlightening journey with children, students, having conversations about health, resilience, and about action. Happy reading. Don't read that. Everyone in our choir.
Thank you so much, Bethel, for reading that. I mean, that author's note sort of like gives you an idea of what the book is about. Like she rightly said, this book is a book suitable for kids ages 4 to 9. I know there's bedside, there's Tutu, and there's Hadi. All right. So we know who is the child that was crying, and who's the one that was resilient, and who's the one that was right? Okay, fantastic. I mean, even me that my was the first to want to read the book, I don't think it's a book. I mean, it's a book for kids, but I think that every adult should also read it. And I think it's a book that parents can also read for their kids, say like bedtime stories, rather than just giving them a tab or cartoon to watch. You can just say, you know what, read this book and let me know what you've learned from it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that we're here today to celebrate the beautiful Queen Anna. Please let's put our hands together for her once again. Thank you all so much. All right, right about now, she's going to be coming off stage to tell us about her journey. Now we know that Mrs. Buki has spoken a bit about her friend Anna has spoken about her, Becky has spoken about her as well. I have spoken a bit about her. Oh, Bethel, thank you. We're speaking about her as well, but nobody can really tell the story of Anna than Anna herself. The very person that went through the experience, that went through the journey. And what was that, Kairos moment for her where she decided to turn her pain into purpose? We've seen people that have had stroke and, felt very discouraged about life, and life just went downhill from there. They didn't have anyone around them to encourage them and give them the boldness to, do things or change things about themselves. I think at this point I will just mention something. I was talking about the story of my mom and how she was able to survive stroke. But it was in times like that that I realized that it's not only Fela Durosere that can be a motivational speaker. I did motivational speaking. You see, I'm an MC. I put my MC aside and I entered my pastoral level. When you see that, you preach to your mother. You're like, Mom, your life has not ended. I did that back to back to back. And I started to understand the power of words and how they affect your mind. After my mom had a stroke, she wouldn't go to church for months. And I had to ask her, like, Mom, why don't you want to go to church? I realized from our conversations that in her head, she thought that people would laugh at her. She thought that people would have things to say about her. And I'm like, no, it's all in your head. You have to get out of that and not care what people think. Yes, some people will laugh and say whatever they want to say, but at the very heart of it, people will even show more concern and show more care. If you focus on that and not focus, definitely people will talk, not everybody is going to be empathetic towards you. But if you focus on the right people, you'll be able to thrive that way. First Sunday, I did. She said, okay, and then I'll go. At a point, you know what? This weekend, I'm spending in this house. So from here, I in this house, we're going to church together. I literally had to drag my mom. And it was the first, after, it was like a comeback. When the musician doesn't drop album for 2 years and you just come back and drop album. That was how it was like a grand entry back to church. And it sort of like encouraged her, like, okay, maybe people aren't as bad as I thought they were. And she just came to the realization that all of these thoughts were just in her head. I'm also grateful to give us speech. It was okay. Let Anna come up and tell us her story now. Ladies and gentlemen, she's going to be telling us about her journey as a stroke survivor and what inspired her to write the book, Hey, I Spotted a Stroke. Ladies and gentlemen, please, this point, I'd like us to give her a resounding applause for a standing ovation. Yes, please. And we welcome the beautiful, the elegant, the gorgeous Anna, Queen Anna, to tell us her story and her journey.
Wow. Well, I promised to be back, right? So this is me coming back. Wow. My story is deep. I remember the first time that I fell down and it was a stroke. I didn't even know. But I was having pains before that. Before that, I couldn't sleep. I would cry all night because of the pain in my legs. Then a stroke happened. Like, I don't even know how. I really don't know how it happened. But I like to say that God has been seeing me through. Yes. Before the stroke, what really happened was I had an infection in my heart. It's called endocarditis. And that's tough. The cure for endocarditis is very, very, very easy. Really easy. They will just give you antibiotics 6 to 8 weeks and it's gone.
but mine, I didn't even check because I thought I was my health, like I was my healthiest self. Because every morning I'm out jogging. I don't joke with my healthy food. I've abandoned junk food. So I thought that, okay, yes, this is it. Healthy lifestyle, fit farm. And I didn't know that there was something growing in me. So that's another thing that I want to talk to you about. Always don't joke with your checkup. I know that some of you say, oh, I don't want to find out. I mean, the hospital will always find something, and I don't want to hear. But is it not better than staying at home and not knowing? If I had gone to the hospital there and they found endocarditis and they gave me the drug, the stroke would have not happened. My mom would still be alive, right? So just imagine. It was a tough journey. I'm not going to cry. I mean, let's just not cry. I'm not going to cry, right? I'm just going to hold it. Now, after the stroke attack, it took me almost 24 hours to get proper medical attention. The night before, they took me to the hospital that I was taking drugs for. They gave me warfarin for, the endocarditis sent signals to my body. So I had anemia. I had sepsis. I had deep vein thrombosis, DVT, right? Yes, so they gave me a drug for DVT. It's called warfarin. Well, I need somebody. I'm not a doctor, right? And the first they totally rejected me just because they didn't want to add another death to their death rate. Then they took me to another hospital. They diagnosed me, but they said they didn't have a bed for me. Time was going. Now, when you have a stroke, you have a timeline of 4.5 hours, right? So if that 4.5 hours you finish, you either die or have permanent disability. Right? And you know how it is in Nigeria because sometimes it's wonderful. Because after the hospital that said they didn't have a bed, they now referred another hospital to me. So that hospital accepted me. So that's why I said, they're good sides of Nigeria, right? They didn't care about the timeline. They cared about treating me. I couldn't talk. I couldn't even remember anything. Right? It was tough. But I decided that I would fight. I would fight and be normal again. Although maybe you can't really be normal after a stroke. But how about a new normal? Right? So I decided to be a new normal. I fought. Then I lost my mom. I'm the only child of her. Then I started my book, like my first book, I almost died. So my mom died November 21st, 2018. I launched my first book February 4th, I think it's February 4th, 2018. No, 19. So yeah. So you can see how my life has been transforming. Then after that, according to Anthony says,
I opened a foundation, and since then I've been helping. Like with the little I have, I'm gonna help you. I don't care. I mean, I really, really don't care your how you feel. No, I care about how you feel. Sorry. So I don't really care if your family abandons you. Like that's most of the time, that's the case. I give you from the little that I have, right? I went ahead to, organize events. I speak with companies, you know. Then I got married to a lovely man last 2013. I don't know where he is, but babe, are you here? I mean, everything just started happening. Everything started happening good for me because I decided that I would not be depressed. I would fight. I would make sure that everybody around me knows what exactly a stroke is. And no matter how old you are, a stroke can attack. You see me, I mean, I was bubbling. I was the life of the party. But you just saw me standing, and next thing I'm down. That's something. So I've decided to continue living the rest of my life because it's not easy. I almost died. That's the so I have copies of I Almost Died free. Just pick it up and go home and read. Right? There's my story and 12 other survivors. The last story is about a lady that has what's it called, kidney disease, like my mom, or my mom died. Let me tell you, she just messaged me some weeks ago and said she just did kidney yes, now it's working. Before then, she had two kidney operations or something, failed operations. Before then, now that was when did I release my book, 2019. Now it's now that she's telling me that oh this kidney is really is working, right? So there are a lot of stories in that book about stroke, about her, right? And it's my life has been easier. Not I can't compare it to the first, the first 3 or 4 years. Can't. So God has been faithful, and well, all I have to say is trust God, like me, and eat healthy. Because I mean, I was eating healthy, and always go for checkup. It's very important. If there's one thing that's growing in you, you'll find it. Doesn't matter if it's I'm not and be patient. If you're a stroke survivor, be patient with yourself. I know that I'm not 100% with my body, but I can boast about being 96%. In fact, 100. Yes. So that's my life story actually. And I thank you. I'm really, really grateful for my friends and family that have seen me. I mean, you saw me down. Most of you saw me like when I couldn't talk, I couldn't even remember my name. There was a time I couldn't, when I was talking, I was just saying gibberish. But you saw me, and you can see how I have transformed. My cousin, Jerry, she saw me.
So I'm thankful to God and for those that met me on the way. That's my story. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please, you can do better with our Please let us take your applause to the top of I mean, that was such an inspiring story. She said something that she chose, she made a decision, an active decision not to stay depressed. And when she made that decision, everything around her started to work. It just shows to tell you that at the start of every great thing is a decision. And once you make that decision, everything around you agrees to that decision and things start to fall in line, things start to take shape. And look at you now. Congratulations, and please let's put our hands together for her once again. Thank you for inspiring many of us. Thank you for being a huge source of inspiration and helping the next generation to stay aware and understand what it means to recognize the stroke. And like you said, at the end of the day, our lives is in God's hands because you said you were your most healthiest self. You stayed away from junk food. You walked out every morning. You were, eating healthy. But somehow there was a pain there. And I think that, one thing we should all take note of is have a yearly checkup. From time to time, go to the hospital. Because by the time you think about it, you're saying, oh, I don't want to spend my money in the hospital going for a checkup. But it's not better for you to spend your money going for a checkup and not finding anything than suddenly falling sick and that money that you want to spend on the checkup, you now spend it in the hospital. Any which way, you're still going to spend money. I'm sorry to say, but there's this thing I see on Twitter all the time. When you die, it's next of kin that will spend this money.
Yes. Yes.
Do you understand? They will not bury you with dollars on this side, pounds on this side. If they bury twice in Nigeria, they will dig your grave and still. So please, let's all do better and go for regular checkup and watch ourselves, watch what we're taking. There's only so much that we can do. By the end of the day, God is our sustainer. All right about now, I'd like to bring up a member of Cafe One. I don't know if we have any member of Cafe One here for their speech. All right, please put your hands together. Go ahead and step forward. Thank you very much. I would also like to mention that Physio Doc Consult, please get ready. You're coming up after Cafe One. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Chris. Alright, so my name is Tolu Washe. I work with Cafe One by Sterling. My colleague is she's a customer experience manager. I do marketing for Cafe One. So I'll just tell you briefly about Cafe One. Has anybody here heard of Cafe One? Anybody? Nice. Oh, it's nice to see that we have people that know Cafe One. So Cafe One is owned by Sterling Bank. It's basically a coffee shop that doubles as a co-working space and a digital banking hub. Trust me, it's one of a kind, right? Because Sterling is the only bank in Nigeria that has a coffee shop and a co-working space. And some of you will be wondering, coffee and banking, how does it relate? I'm sure if I ask this question, there are so many, or maybe probably all of us, that really doesn't like to go to a bank. It can be extremely stressful. There are several ways to access your money, so nobody really likes to. Sometimes you go to bank and you don't get your problem solved. They tell you to come back after 5 working days and all of that. So imagine yourself in a space. I wish there's a way to project here, so I'll show you the beautiful spaces. Imagine yourself in a beautiful, very cozy, you're lounging, and you have a cup of coffee, and you have somebody that's attending to your banking needs. So Cafe One is basically a digital banking hub for Sterling Bank, where you can walk in, open a bank account, get your ATM card, whatever banking needs you need to do, Cafe One can get it sorted for you. The only thing they don't do, Cafe One that they do in banks is basically deposit and withdraw because our policy is cashless. Yeah. So away from being a coffee shop and a co-working space, the beautiful part about a space like Cafe One, it's the first of its kind in Nigeria actually. You won't find it anywhere else where you have a bank that has a coffee shop and a co-working space. But away from all of that, Cafe One is big on community. And basically what we do is we regard ourselves as a place where innovation meets community. So if you have a community of book lovers, or a community of small business owners, community of entrepreneurs, tech space, whatever community you're building, One has that space for you. And that's why we are proud to be a partner for initiatives like this. And we have, very valuable partners in the past. We've been in partnership with Chestnut Long, many of you know Chestnut Long, Tunde Onakoya and his team there. We partner with them where we put together initiatives to raise millions to sponsor young chess playing students in Makobo community through school. And we're doing a whole lot more. We have a book club where people come every month. They come together, review books like this, and just basically just adding value. Where I can imagine the next meetup happening in Cafe One. Maybe every month there's something where we're partnering to do a Cafe One. So yes, that's what Cafe One is basically all about, and we are looking forward to welcoming you in our space. Thank you so
much. Thank you very much, Cafe One. Please let's put our hands together for him. Can I have a microphone, please? All right, can we have the representatives for PhysioDoc Consult? Are you here? All right, please, you have just 5 minutes. So what press for time? Yes. Thank you. I was standing, I was standing.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here and pleasure to celebrating Anna. So first of all, my name is Dr. Sheyi Aki. Yeah, Aki is the short form, Aki Belier. And the lead specialist physiotherapist for PhysioDoc Consult. So PhysioDoc Consult is a physiotherapy clinic, and we run several services where we care for people who need care. So when I mean specialists, so work as physiotherapists or physiotherapists, like we easily term here in Nigeria, physiotherapists is another term. So cases where orthopedic cases, neurologic cases, work with children as well, pediatrics, work with geriatrics, that's elderly patients as well. Work with all-round specialists, and most of the time we also consult with hospitals. So we do acute care cases where we consult directly with the hospitals and help to rehabilitate patients who have acute care cases right from the hospital itself. So, okay, okay. Well, Hannah actually started with treatment as a physiotherapist and took her from where she was at that point in time. So I'm not sure she will want me to discuss the details. But okay, having to let me just put this in short form. Thank God for the grace, we were able to get her from the state where she was into a more functional recovery state, where she's able to engage in physical activities, able to do things functionally and not be, and also as much as possible, getting her as independent as she is, which is primarily the goal when we're actually dealing with patients or clients. Yes. So, sorry about this. I'm always more answering questions and dealing with yes, but yeah. But okay, but what I would say is that let me dive into stroke. So stroke is cardiovascular accident, CVA, and there are different kinds of strokes. So I will pause this watch, but talking about a book which is spotting here, I spotted a stroke. So and we have 4 things that usually you would look at when you want to see what has a stroke. So that's the FAST, the FAST. And so F is if there's any facial drift, any facial palsy, where there's partial or full weakness of one side of the face. So with stroke usually affects most of the time one side of the face, although there are other kind of stroke that could affect both sides. That's more serious, complex cases. Yes. So you look out for any facial palsy or facial paralysis on one side where the facial muscles actually start falling off, start drooling, and then you watch out for if there's any drop in any saliva, which means that the facial muscles are able to fall really well. So the A is hand drift. So you can easily ask the person to try to raise their hand up, and what you see is they will not be able to hold it for within the shortest seconds. So the hand drops immediately. Or you can easily see if there's any like gap around the shoulder, which would actually show that there is a shoulder dislocation, which can also happen as well. Yes. Then the S is the speech. So immediately you watch out for if the person can actually speak without any interruption. That's another thing to watch out for. So if there's any confusion in the speech, so sometimes it could happen as you talk to the person and the person is unable to respond, or the person is able to respond, but the speech is distorted, so it's not very coherent. Yes. And then the T is very important, actually. The last one is really very important in saying that what do you have to do at that point in time. So with stroke, the intervention, how fast the intervention is matters a lot. So how quick your response is matters a lot. So what do? You call the emergency number. I think for Nigeria is 112. Right, or you call the nearest hospital and you take the flight immediately to the nearest hospital. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's get ahead together for Shady. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we all have been waiting for. We're here to launch the book. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said earlier, the moment we all have been waiting for, the very reason why we are all gathered in this room today, to unveil and launch the book, Hey, I Spotted a Stroke, written by Enna Akwara. Ladies and gentlemen, Joining me now on stage, let us make welcome the beautiful, the latest author, a second-time author, the beautiful Mrs. Emonena Akwara. Please put your hands together as she comes off stage. Please put your hands together for her. So she will be officially launching the book and she'll be having a first reading of the book.
Okay. David, we need you to come and sit here because you will read the book Chapter 1. Tutu's quick thinking. Once upon a time, in a cozy, okay, yes, yeah. So I was thinking about, okay, maybe I'll teach you how to sing the song. I just, okay. Once upon a time, in a cozy little house at the end of Banana Island Estate, there lived a happy family of three. There was Mr. and Mrs. Dada, and their little girl Tutu, who was 4 years old. Every day, they laughed, played, and shared special moments together. One sunny Saturday morning, Mommy was in the kitchen preparing a delicious lunch for Tutu. The air was filled with the sweet aroma of chicken gravy and carrots was being chopped. Tutu, with her bright eyes and curious spirit, was playing with her toys in the kitchen. Suddenly, something strange happened. Mommy's face started drooping, and when she tried to speak, no words came out. Then she started to fall. Yeah, it happened to me too. It happened to some of us here too. Yes. Tutu, being a smart little girl, remembered a poem her mom had taught her. Now, I don't really have a nice voice, but but you will sing after me. Yes. So you teach your children, yeah, or niece. Do you know how to recognize a stroke? Do you know how to recognize a stroke? Fast is the word. Fast is the word. Fast is the word. Fast is the word. F means F. Okay, let me start again. Do you know how to recognize a stroke? Do you know how to recognize a stroke? Fast is the word. Fast is the word. Fast is the word. Fast is the word. F means face is drooping. F means face is drooping. A means arm can be raised. A means arm can be raised. S means speech is eager. S means speech is eager. Slurry. Slurry. All can talk at all. All can talk at all. T means time to call for help. T means time to call for help. Do you know how? Do you know how to recognize a stroke? To recognize. Clap for me. David, it's your turn. We're reading one chapter, and we'll be 4 reading it. Let me pull the mic.
So I'm nervous. I don't know whether I pronounce the word correctly. But just in case I fuck up. No. He does not resonate to ten now. So where were we?
Without wasting any time.
Without wasting any time, Tutu sprang into action. She rushed to her mom and gently asked, "Mommy, can you raise your arm?" Mrs. Dada was looking at her and she couldn't raise her right hand. Tutu knew something was wrong. Even though her dad was not at home, she knew exactly what to do. She grabbed her mom's phone and called her dad. Daddy, I think mommy is having a stroke, she said with a concern in her voice. She can't talk. Please, can you come home? Okay, princess, I'm going to call the hospital to send an ambulance, Mr. Dada said without showing signs of panic in his voice. Strong. Okay, daddy, she said. Make sure you help them by opening the door and go with your mom to the hospital. I would meet you there, replied Mr. Dada. After hanging up, he quickly called the emergency unit of their family hospital for an ambulance. Then Mr. Dada hit the road.
Daddy is on his way, sweetheart.
He said to himself. Within minutes, the ambulance showed up to pick up Mrs. Dada and Tutu. Tutu stayed by her mom's side, holding her hands. The ambulance arrived in less than 20 minutes. Mr. Dada met them at the hospital, where the doctor and the nurse were ready to provide immediate care. I don't try now.
Welcome, Bethel, my mushy friend from secondary school. Yes, and Hannah.
While Mrs. Dada was taken to the emergency ward, Mr. Dada thanked Tutu for her quick thinking and bravery. He hugged her very tightly and promised to be right by her side. Tutu felt proud that she had helped her mom. As the hours passed, Mommy received timely medical intervention. The doctors worked diligently and recommended 3 days of observation. The doctor emphasized the importance of Tutu's quick thinking, quick actions. Timely intervention is important. If Daddy didn't call early, it could have been worse. Mommy could have died, the doctor said, smiling at Tutu. Family spent those 3 days supporting Mommy, playing games and creating special drawings to decorate her hospital room. When Mommy was finally discharged, they were given instructions to take Mrs. Dada to the hospital 3 times a week for physiotherapy. The doctors explained what physiotherapy means to Tutu. Physiotherapy is a special kind of exercise and games that help people feel better when their body is hot and not working as well as it should. Like Mommy, who had a stroke, she needs a physiotherapist for her healing journey.
That's Dr. Shay. Yes. Hannah, you're next. Hannah also went to my secondary school. We have been friends since forever.
A physiotherapist is like a coach who tells the team what to do. Make sure to always encourage mommy and play with her, okay? The doctor concluded. Yes, doctor, I will do what you have said, Tutu replied with a smiling face. They returned home with a grateful heart, knowing that Tutu's quick thinking had made a big difference in her mom's recovery. And from that day on, They always remembered the importance of being fast, F-A-S-T, in times of emergency.
Clap, clap.
And also, they continue to live happily ever after on, Banana Island Estate, filled with love and laughter. Thank you.
Thank you. That's chapter 1 of the book. So other stories are also interesting. So you need to buy, especially those with children. But if you don't have a kid, you like to, read the book because it's interesting. When my best friend read it and she said, Anna, this book is interesting though. I mean, I finished reading it and it was like, so yes, this is chapter 1. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you. And I'm going to call Tolu to continue. Thank you. Oh, okay, so I'm not going to call Tolu just yet. Well, you have listened to chapter 1 of the book, and I have told you how important for all of us to be aware about stroke. Some of you, maybe you have had feelings. Maybe it's not a stroke sign, but maybe sometimes your right hand, for no reason, it's refusing to work. If you had signs like that, don't you think that it's time to to visit a hospital, right? You have heard about Tutu. Tutu was very smart. That's how I want our children to be. Smart. Call for help. If there's no phone in your house, the child is expected to run outside. My mommy is not moving, right? Because with stroke, there's no first aid. There's no first aid. So with this, I implore you to donate your money, right, for the book, because what the goal is to distribute 5,000 copies to children of underserved communities. Number one, they can't afford it. Number two, they don't get information like this, right, in their circle. I actually intend to write to local governments and talk to them for stroke awareness in their primary health center, because it's important. That's the hospital that they go to. So now I'm trying to educate the children, right? Because when what's it called, in underserved communities, we have a lot of stroke situations, a lot, and I want them to know what to do, right? Before talking to other children, other precious children, I want to talk to the children of underserved communities. So I implore you to donate. A book costs 10,000. It's not just 10,000. It's not just the money. When you buy one book, you are helping. You are helping us to donate. To fulfill our goals. Let me tell you our goals. Number one, we want to see 100 children of stroke survivors to school, scholarships for them. From 100, we have five children on our roll. We have two there. Yes, we have some children, right?
they have been taken from us by Goke Dele Foundation, right? And that's them. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. But we need to what's it called? Take care of the rest. They have come and helped us with some, right? From, we need to uh, I'm sorry, I've forgotten what I wanted to say. We need to get children to schools, because when their father have a stroke, they are home, sitting down, even crying. I know of a family, the father had a stroke, the mom, I mean, she thinks that she has 4 children, right? The firstborn just graduated from secondary school. She was getting depressed because there was no money to pay her school fees to take her to university. And the mom quickly looked for a school. At least let me put her in school. That school, she's going home. She's still going, right? So when you buy one book, you are helping. Number I fulfilled my purpose. Oh, number 4, we want to reach out to 10,000 plus people about what's it called? Stroke awareness, companies, organizations. Thank you. Well, um, sorry, how many of you want my book? Yes, how many of you? I'm glad. Then how many of you wants to donate for my course? So next week, maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm off. When somebody is going on a mission, they need all the help, right? So from next week, I'm off to Makoko to distribute and start, our book reading sessions and gifts. You don't go to schools in Makoko without gifts. Right? Yes. I don't know how to do it. If people would come and say how much, I don't know.
All right, so just like Enna had rightly said, we will be needing your donations to make sure that this book reaches the kids that it needs to reach. And like she rightly said, from next week, we're going to Makoko to distribute these books. But obviously, when we go to places like that, we don't go empty handed. We go with gifts. We need resources, financial resources to be able to make these things work. And just like anything in life, especially in Nigeria, you can't run things like this without cash, without money. And this is an opportunity for you to be a part of something grand, a part of something significant. Only Enna cannot create this awareness as much as she can. There is power in numbers. The more people we have, the more people that can contribute to this, the more people this book can reach. So it's at this point I would like to call everyone or anyone in the room that would love to be a part of this. We'd just like you to raise your hands. Oh, okay.
Yes. If you want to raise your hand, please be my guest. Please raise your hand. Or if you don't want to talk, there will be somebody with paper. Just call the person and tell the person how much that you're willing to give. And please give the person your number so that we'll call you. If you have it now, please, I will be grateful. Right? Oh yes, the account number is just. But I think, let me see. How? Yes, it's the same account number, but not everybody can see the account number. Um, Call the person. No, I want somebody to write out the account number. Then I would look for the person in charge of the projector, yeah, and have it. And I'll be signing the books too, and you can take pictures with me and oh,
Where's the media guy, the guy that was here?
so it's time for us to take pictures with you.
Yes, it is now time for the photo session and book signing. The account number, if you need it, is written down. One of the ushers will pass it to you.
Oh yes.
Okay, so the account number is also on this.
So I would call the account number. Who has my phone? Oh, good. So this is the account number, just in case you want to keep it. 5404 03 4778. Again, 5404 03 4778. Providence Bank. My Ability in Disability Foundation. Right? Who wants me to repeat myself? Okay, thank you.
But please, if you still need the account number during the course of the event, you can meet Enna, you can meet, yeah, it's displayed on this banner, and you can also ask any of the ladies wearing the Made Foundation t-shirt.
Oh, I'm sorry. If anybody wants something to munch on, it's
go to the table. Right, there's water here, all that stuff. So I'm gonna be signing. If you want my book, just come to me. Let me get my chair and a pen.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, please can we put our hands together for her? Thank you. So if you want something to march on, you can just walk behind that. And also, Ella's going to be sitting here and taking the book signing and taking pictures with everyone. Thank you all so much for your time. It's been such a fantastic time here today.
Okay, so we are about to launch the book.
All right, please, can we have Ella's husband, Mr. David? We want to take a picture with the chairman of the day, Mrs. Buki. So whilst we have copies of the book to take a group photograph.
In the picture.
All right, so I want to be sure that the paper for the pledge is going round. Okay. We also want to take a group photograph.
Stay here. Also,
Sorry, can you excuse? She wants to
people
take
have to like
4 of them. Oh, okay. All right, would love friends and families to come forward, take a group photograph with Ella and her husband, with the just launched book as well. Where's the media guy? I would prefer that we have soft music playing in the background.
You're listening to the sounds of DJs.
You're jamming with the hottest DJ.
All right, we would love Anna's family to come up now, take a group photograph with her. If you are a family member of Anna, a cousin, a niece, nephew, auntie, brother, sister, please come forward. Let's take a group photograph with Anna. All right, would like Alliance Franca to get ready for the closing remark. Thank you. We want to be sure that the account number is going round, and one for the pledge is also going round as well. All right, Ella will be moving to the back now to take pictures and sign the book. If you've gotten a copy of the book and you love Ella to sign it, the book signing is going to be happening right behind the hall. And also don't forget that if you need water or a little snack, do out to go behind the room and you'll get some.
Just see them. Thank you. You see my legs.
Bonsoir to Lemon. Bonsoir to Lemon. Okay, I think it's difficult for us to get all your audience. Holifa Onalugo, I'm the chief librarian here of this library. So the library welcomes you to our space, and I feel it would make sense if we tell you what we do in our library. So please and please, I beg for your attention. And have it in mind that this is the library. So library is simultaneously known to be silent. So just give me a few of your time. Then after this will be done. So welcome to Alliance Française Library. Our library is a multimedia. Sorry, please, can I get your audience at the back?
1 minute, please. 1 minute, please. Alliance. 1 minute.
Hello. All right, welcome to Alliance Française Library. It's a multimedia library that promotes literary events. However, the events you just had now, it's one of them. So we do book launch, we do book readings, we do book reviews, and we have our own book club. And Channel TV is part of our partners for this book club. So probably you want to be a member of the library. Registration is about 10,000 naira monthly, where you get to access our library, our workspace, our tech corners, our digital resources, as well as our soft and hard copy. And you are entitled to attend most of our free programs we usually have at the auditorium. So I don't know if you have any other question you want to know. My office is just behind. You can stop by and get. I think that's all for now. But if you have any question, just say hi to me. I'll be inside. Thank you. And au revoir.
Merci.
Went down a road that only got me nowhere. I've seen every corner, every inch of this.
So we'll take picture that way. Eh?
Yes, as a sign, she's signing that taking
When I told you, I told her thank you for the meeting. Thank
Sorry.
Right. Right. I'll just say.
I'm so sorry.
And I'm beside mine. Of course I will. Grab.
you very much.
That's always the first time favorite.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, yes. No, no, take. I'm running back, please, right? You can take your seat, okay? Please take the picture, I have cake. You have I have to take pictures. Where is it? You take pictures.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to.
Sorry. Hello, photo. I need to take. Oh, you have something. Right, right now. Right.
Let's help him.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Hello. Okay.
Thank you so much.
I'm so confused. Ah, yeah.
No, no,
Who has taken your
Okay.
ticket?
So Anaya. Okay. Okay. Okay.
you.